do you happen to have 5 slap tips that you could share with the viewers right now in under 5 minutes?
Challenge accepted. Give me the timer. Tip number 1 is you don't have to hit the bass quite as hard as you think you do. I feel like when I was starting out, I was just smashing this thing, like hitting the bass as hard as I could, like anywhere.
It was an enemy.
Yes.
I will destroy you.
And while that can be cool, I mean, and there are definitely examples of players that are smashing the bass or sort of looking like they are, you don't have to get a nice sound, right? If you have a nice technique, you can get a big thumb sound. Versus
it just chokes the string, and also if you're hitting it that hard, you're never going to be able to like play really intricate lines like that.
Tip number 2 is all about your thumb technique.
Yeah, check it out. There are 2 kind of like predominant thumb techniques. Flea, Tim Comerford from Rage Against the Machine, they play thumb down, where the thumb is actually kind of pointing down towards the floor, right? Like that. Whereas if you look at people like Marcus Miller, Victor Wooten, they are actually playing with their thumb parallel to the strings.
When you play parallel and allow your thumb to go through the string, you have the ability then to go up.
And it also changes the tone of the actual slap, right? If like, let's take that D right there.
Yeah.
If I do this with a down thumb, it's different to if I play right through the string. You can actually slap all the strings if you're playing through the string with your thumb. Whereas if you're doing that down thumb, you can really, for me, only really slap the E and the A string.
I want to give you something awesome, and it is totally free. It's called the Scott's Bass Lessons Toolkit, and it is jam-packed with hours of amazing lessons and resources, such as the modes revealed, the essential bassline creation guide, the top 6 secret tone tools, and so much more. What have you got to lose? It's completely free. The link is in the description. Let's crack on with the video.
Okay, so tip number 3 is all about strings, because if you want this sound, okay, you need round wound strings on your bass, not flat wounds like this. Completely different sound, but still a wicked sound, but just completely different to this.
There's something like subtle and old school cool about slapping on flats that actually I really like.
So good.
Yeah, so it's just about what you want, right? But knowing the huge difference that strings make will really help you nail your target.
Dude, we're not finished yet. The freaking timer's on as well.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay, so the next tip is all about action, because if you haven't got the correct or the low enough action on your bass, well, you're going to be screwed, right? So what I like to do is get from the top, the crown of the fret on the 12th fret to the bottom of the string, right? For me, it needs to be about 2 mil, just to give you an indication of, you know, where you should be at with that action.
What's that in inches?
I have no idea.
You know, I've actually never measured this. I just sort of go by feel and hear it without anything on. And it's about like getting that big snap. You can hear it. You can hear it in the room.
Yeah.
Now, if you're having trouble getting that bonk from your E string, and it just doesn't feel like it's making like quick enough contact with that last fret, it might be that your action is just slightly too high. Stop.
Huh?
Tip number 5, it has to groove.
It has to groove. Don't fall into the, you know, the slap rudiment vortex of doom and only practice stuff like this. Just take a simple bass line and learn how to play it with your thumb. Something like,
ooh. Just play that with your fingers.
Do you want to take it with the thumb?
Yeah.
Notice how it doesn't always have to be in E.
Right.
Right?
Did you know a buttload is an actual measurement? It's like a unit of measurement, a buttload.
Do you know how much it is?
Yeah?
How much is it?
126 gallons.
That is a buttload.